Okay, this will be an interesting and timely piece we're going to make. See how we go with it. Gonna leave the contrast in the middle. I'm just going to add a little bit of lighten it off, should I say. Right, let's see how we go with this. Right, what is it we got to present? It is Happy Easter, an Easter bag where we had inside there some eggs and stuff, little treats. I'm not into this Easter egg shit. I don't have any interest or inclination towards it. It's just not my thing. I don't bother with celebrating things much. I just take the days off, time off work, and that's about it. It's not really something that I typically get into. I'm not married. I don't have a circle of friends to hang out with, so it's a pretty lonely existence, these holiday type things, whether it be Christmas or Easter or there's other days as well, as heaps of them. I just can't relate to them very well. That looks a bit shitty. I just can't relate to how people just constantly celebrate things. I mean, it's more often than not, it's a money-making rort, because money makers like to jump in and turn it into a money-making junket, and it really pisses me off. So I've got no reason to want to contribute too much to it if I can avoid it. It's not always easy to avoid. I do appreciate hot cross buns. I got this from work because we had Easter eggs and shit when I was at work, and we basically had an Easter morning tea, and basically I just had a hot cross bun, or a couple of hot cross buns. I had another one later on when they had some leftover ones during the break, but I don't typically follow Easter. But I didn't accept any eggs. I just got this egg bag off someone else, so I didn't actually have any Easter eggs. I just had the hot cross buns. But basically I just took the opportunity to get this person's bag so I could use it as a demo piece. Typical of me, but that's what I do. I try to be resourceful in my own way, in my own fashion, and that is to use things like this to make an interesting demo out of. That's a typical thing that I do, but that's me, and I'm just trying to make some use of a piece of otherwise something going to the landfill. Might as well make a use of it before we throw it away, so we make something good out of this. So this is just reusing something that would just end up straight in the rubbish. So I'm finding a use for a lot of rubbish like this. Now I've pushed it too far down or too far up or whatever. I've done it wrong. Just fucked it up. I think we've got to pull it down a bit. We've got to go right down, but not too far down like we were before. But basically, yeah, I just try to make use of things like this to make interesting work with this photocopier. So I like to use things that otherwise get tossed out whenever I can. Of course, it'll end up tossed out eventually, but at least I give it an extra use. I'm actually thinking this is still too far up. Too far down, too far up. So I'm wondering where the centre of this job is going to be. It's going to be there. We don't want to move it too far down because otherwise we just chop off all the other stuff. So I'm wondering if we're going to keep it like that, and we're just going to make that. What's going to be the centre of this job? I'm trying to decide, folks. I just can't make up my fucking mind. I'm actually thinking that might be a better centerpiece, actually. So we're just going to compromise with this. We can't seem to get... This is not the greatest original to work with, folks. So let's see if we can make this come up a treat. Anyway, a treat, get it? Oh, sorry, bad joke. Bad joke alert, you could say. I do make some pretty silly jokes, folks. Jokes, folks, get it? Oh, sorry. Comedy talent level 0. Sorry. I'm actually wondering if I'm gonna just keep it like that. I just got a feeling maybe not. It's not easy. I was thinking of trying to make that flower, instead of being cut off, pushing it down a bit, but I'm always seem to get it wrong. This is not the greatest demo on earth, folks, but at least we've given this Easter trash a little bit of extra use instead of throwing it out. I'm just wondering how it's going to look without that flower. I'm wondering if we should do it again, or maybe just be happy with what we've created. If we cut it off, we end up cutting that off, which wouldn't be too good. Wondering, whatever, it's not the greatest demo on earth, folks. I just got to use these 2 flowers to put it together, to maybe try and line it up. It's not easy to line these ones up without an accurate and obvious reference point. Maybe the edge of the page perhaps might be, or maybe, yeah, I think that's as good as it gets. Anyway, maybe it's not too bad. It's not the greatest demo on earth, folks, but anyway, that's Easter for you.